welcome back guys to a new epic video, and this time we have a special guest, so why don't you introduce yourself in your own words?
Okay, so hello guys, I am a special guest. I'm very honored to be special guest number one on this series. I'm a big brother of the Scroll Guy, known to you as the Scroll Guy. To me, he's just my little brother. So when he asked me, to work together with him to make this episode, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, and what I like to add to that, because we're making a tier list today, is we're gonna make a nostalgic old school Maplestory tier list, and yeah, my brother has some credibility because he managed to get to level 150 before the Big Bang, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, around that level, yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone has like some good understanding of what these old items and skills and stuff like that mean, it's him. So yeah, without further ado, let's start off with the first thing, and it's an orange mushroom. So what do you think? Where should he be placed?
Yeah, this scores very high on the iconicness scale, I would say. So I'm gonna give this an A tier spot, a spot in the A tier.
Cool. And a quick side note: this is like 2009 pre-Big Bang tier list. So, and also if like some more items will be revealed at some point here in the tier list, and if places, you know, if with new perspectives items become more interesting or less interesting, they can always go up or down, so it's not like set in stone. But yeah, I think the orange mushroom in A tier is definitely not a bad place. It is kind of like the game mascot, so in some sense.
Yeah, exactly. You see it coming forward in a lot of PR stuff, and it's just, that's what Maplestory is all about in the essence. It's mushrooms and and happy little creatures, and then when you explore the world, you come across lots more different characters and monsters. But this is definitely one of the iconic ones.
Exactly. All right, so A tier it is for now. So let's move on to the second. It's a mob. It's also an iconic creature, but yeah, where would you place the red snail?
Yeah, so the red snail, when you first start playing Maplestory, you come across the green little snails, and then you get the blue snails, and the red snails. They were like the end game snail, so to speak.
Yeah,
so
and also with like the beginner skill, like the 3 snails where you throw the snail shell, like he's like
the red snail shells were epic to throw.
Exactly.
But I'm afraid if I get more of these kind of monsters or items, I'm gonna put them all into A or S tier. So I'm gonna put this one in B tier.
All right.
Yeah. Still very epic, but the orange mushroom has a little edge over the red snail, I would say.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Yeah, good choice. So next thing is holy symbol skill of the. It's not, you get it not when you're a bishop, when you're a priest in third job. So what do you think? You were a bishop/priest, right?
Yeah, true. I never started out as a cleric, priest, bishop, because I wanted to be a holy symbol or HS mule. But it was nice to have this skill, even though I didn't anticipate it on it in the beginning when I started this class. But yeah, I would say it was a nice change of pace when you got to priest, and you unlocked a different play style with it. I would say you became a character that everybody loved. Everybody wanted you in their party.
Yeah, exactly.
So even more than when you were a cleric. A cleric was epic because he was healing the complete party. But now with holy symbol,
it's like a next step. Like having heal in your party is nice, but everyone at that point had potions. But holy symbol just saved you a lot of time because you got an increased experience. So
So yeah, it's a little. It has multiple stories to it. Holy Symbol. I'm gonna put it into B tier as well.
And should it be like in front of the snail or behind the snail? Like,
No, no, just like this together.
all right, cool. All right, that's cool. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. We have the green relaxer,
Yeah,
a very iconic chair.
yeah. I don't know how many hours I've sat on this chair. Yeah, it must be a lot of hours. Again, this is one of the early game items that you get. I think even on Beginner Island.
Yeah,
If
you
I'm
have to do the quest with breaking the boxes. You get the screws and the planks, and then you get the chair.
Yep. So finally, a way to save potions in the very beginning of the game. It was a relief to have this chair.
Yeah.
But for me personally, yeah, I would say maybe for people they tend to put this in a higher tier. But for me personally, I switched to different chairs quite quickly after I landed on Victoria Island, I think.
Yeah, and also I think this is very powerful on your very, very first character when you don't have money for potions. I mean, once you have like a character at level 25 and you decide to check out what other classes there are, you basically can transfer like 40k or 20k over to that other character, and then like this chair becomes kind of irrelevant. So it's only for your like really very, very first character, I would say, or it has an epic meaning basically.
Yeah. So I will place this C tier.
C tier, yeah. Understandable. Alright, so far nothing in S tier. Do you want to change any of the other positions, or so far so good?
No, I'm happy with this setup. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next thing. That's the skill Shadow Partner.
Yes, Shadow Partner. This is third job thief as well. Third job, right?
Yeah, third job. Like a chief bandit and a hermit get this.
Yeah. So yeah, it was always a thing that I admired because I never played thief classes in my early days of my Maple career. So it was always something that I looked up to. Mm-hmm. And yeah, in the end, I got it in the end on an account, but I never played Thief that much. So it's kind of, yeah, it's not too big for me, but it was one of the
most iconic skills.
Most iconic skills of the game. Yeah. So, but it is it's a personal tier list. So I'm gonna have to place this one in B tier as well.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say?
Because it wasn't too big for me.
All right, understandable. And would you put it behind or in front of like Holy Symbol?
No, Holy Symbol was more iconic for me because I played that class more intensively. But yeah, Shadow Partner, yeah, it's super iconic. But I think if I played Thief more, then I would have placed it higher in this tier list.
Yeah, that's very, very understandable. Right, so next up we have like the first boss creature on the list. That's Hyannis, but the big fish. Yeah. And for me, like, this was like my personal experience with this big fish was like I never could kill it pre-Big Bang, but I remember like there was this Flash game on like these crappy sites where you had like a high-level character where you could just kill it. And I remember watching.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, and I was watching all these videos of these high-level people in Maplestory Global killing this fish, and I was like, oh, that's something you want to work towards. But that's just my personal experience with it, so I'm pretty curious. Did you ever kill it pre-Big Bang with like your guild or anything like that?
No, I don't think we ever did that. There were, I guess there were more popular things to do at that time in Maplestory. This was one of these bosses that you knew they existed, but Pianus is underrated. I think it got less attention than the Zakum quests or other big.
it didn't have
bosses.
any notable drops, right? You couldn't get like a crazy
No.
helmet from it, so that's part of the
Yeah.
reason why it's kind of like underrated, maybe.
Yeah, but this is also what makes MapleStory a fantastic game, because it has so many bosses in there, so many different places you can go to, and so many new things you can explore. Even after you've played intensively for 2 or 3 years, there's still new bosses to be found, and this is one of these bosses that you kind of you remember this boss when you're at a high level, and hey, Pianist is still there. Let's give it another try. Let's give it another shot. Let's find him. Let's go. It's like you make a personal quest of it.
Yeah, exactly, and it does have some practical uses, because I think you need to kill it for to be able to do the pre quest from the Horntail quest line thingy. You need to have his token thing or his emblem, and he also drops some skill books that only he drops or something like that. So I think like back in the day you needed to hunt him if you were like the top tier character that couldn't buy any skill books anywhere else or something like that. But I'm pretty curious to hear where would you place this fat fish?
Yeah, this fat fish will come into the A tier list, to the A tier section for me. Yeah, pretty epic.
Yeah, I also would place it very highly, because I think like that video of Tiger, which was like one of the highest rated characters in MapleStory Global. I think he had like a video of him killing this with his party or clan, and it was like one of the at a time when you typed in MapleStory on YouTube, like in 2008 or something like that. This was the video that was on the top, like that would show up on the top with the old search system of YouTube. So I've looked a lot at these fat lips of this fish. But interesting. All right, so next thing. Are we ready for the next thing? We have
Absolutely. I'm still waiting for this S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might not happen. We might have to do another episode, but we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. Next item is pumpkin basket. Pumpkin basket.
There we go. Before I say anything, drag this thing up to the S tier.
Yeah. Can you explain why it's an instant S tier?
Oh man, this was one of the items, I think for a Halloween event. We got it very early on in the game. I don't know, 2007, 2008, somewhere around that era. And when you had it in the beginning, it was not special at all. Everybody got it. But then when the years passed by, it became more exclusive. The price went up. It had some incredible stats, if I remember correctly, with some plus speed and some plus dexterity, I think.
Yeah, it has like plus 1 in every stat, and the special thing is because every class can wield it, and it has like not fast attack speed, but very fast attack speed. So. And plus 10 speed in general, like movement speed.
Yeah, the plus 10 speed. I remember you could reach places with certain classes that you weren't able to reach without it equipped. And then again, it looks awesome. It's just this basket full of candy, and I just loved wielding it, just strolling through towns.
Definitely. Like it's kind of like.
I wore it a lot.
Sorry, what would you say last?
I wore it a lot.
Yeah,
I wore it.
It's besides being a fashion item, it's like what you said. It's kind of like the party hats from RuneScape, but for me it also had like a very practical use as well. Like when I was doing the Ludibrium party quest, when you get to the bonus stage, you get to break these boxes, and you can get these Napoleon capes and earrings and stuff like that. And this was the perfect item to equip when doing that. Because of the fast attack speed, you were able to break the boxes quite quickly, and also you had this movement speed increase on the item. So when you were playing like a warrior or something that had pretty bad mobility, this would be like a godsend. It was like helping you get more items, and it's pretty cool to have it there.
Yeah, it's epic how these things all have their niche uses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good times. So you ready for? There were 3 items left. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So this one, Ilby.
Oh, the Ilby, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, you know, the first time you saw flying steelies through the air, you were like, "Whoa, this is epic!" An assassin or a hermit throwing steelies, but then when you came across somebody throwing ilbies,
Mm.
especially at the beginning of the game, it was super hard to get these things, and I remember them being around, I don't know, 40 to 80 mil per set or something, and
Mhm.
it just had something.
Yeah.
Seeing them fly through the screen.
It was
Yeah,
definitely like the best throwing star you could have because you could use them at level 10, unlike Hawabi. You need to be level 70 to use those. And the crazy
yeah.
thing of this Ilby throwing star is like when Victoria Island was around, like only Victoria Island, no Orbis, no Ludibrium, you could only get them from Mushmom. And then when El Nod was added, you could get them from the werewolves. And that was the first time you could actively farm them from a mob. But like Mushmom had like a respawn timer of maybe an hour or something like that. So it was
Yeah.
crazy to see someone throw these. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and the attack stats on it were, I think, second best or third best next to
at the-
Crystal Ilby and Balanced Fury or something.
yeah, but at that time, Crystal Ilby wasn't released, and Balanced Fury
Okay.
also wasn't released. Like I think in 2009, at least like we played in Maple Europe, and at that time there wasn't anything better than Ilby and Hawabi. But
Yeah.
that's where would you put it?
Yeah, this is definitely S tier.
Yep. I remember like when my Ice Lightning Wizard was like at level 45 and I could just barely hit Mushmom. I tried to kill Mushmom like a few times and I was just praying to get these because like you said they were like so expensive and once you
Did you ever get them as a drop?
No, never ever.
Okay.
Best thing I ever
Okay.
got back in those days from Mushmom was like a 60% scroll for Earring Int, something like that. It was like 4 mil,
Still
which was
pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Next thingy is Shemus.
Shamus. Yeah, I loved how he handled the third job advancement. He was just your kind of weird looking guy giving you the quests.
Yeah, you have
And,
to hand or start some part of the quest with him, right?
Yeah, I can't totally remember his background story, why he was in this
In the basement.
in this room in the basement. Yeah, it was in the basement, right?
Yeah.
And why he was a little goblin guy helping you out. I can't remember the story behind it, but yeah, he's also iconic because you had to go see him. Everybody knows this guy.
Yeah.
Everybody had to go to him when you reach level 70.
And for fourth job mages, he is also part of the quest line to get your ultimate skill like Genesis or Meteor thingy, and yeah.
Okay.
It's also part of that quest line. Yeah. So where would you put this fella?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I have to go A tier.
8 tier. Nice.
Yeah.
Iconic Shamus beating the rest.
Yeah,
now.
iconic. Yeah, he's definitely up there.
Nice. Then we've reached the last thing. So it's a work glove.
Ooh, these things they got me some headaches back in the day.
Yeah.
Because it was always, yeah, it is just this your slot for your gloves. I don't know. I found it a little bit of a shame that it wasn't good to wear your glass. Your gloves from your glass.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who was reliable on attack had to get these work gloves.
Yeah, only mages. Only
mages weren't wearing those. Yeah.
Yeah, and because like you want to be able to sell like your scrolled glove to any class. Nobody was really scrolling their class gloves, and these could be crafted for like 25 leather in Kerning cities. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about this item because they could go. Yeah, the best scrolled ones were insanely pricey, and then yeah, the 60% scrolled ones, they were pricey as well.
Hmm.
But I never really liked that you always were wearing the same gloves. So I'm gonna put this in the C tier section.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
also very
yeah,
understandable. I've also mixed feelings about this thing. It was nice to get like a weapon attack upgrade, but it was also quite boring to see everyone wearing the same gloves.
yeah,
indeed.
exactly.
So yeah, now these are like the 10 items, NPCs, and skills and stuff like that. Would you like swap things around, or are you happy with how they are?
No, I'm happy with how they are. I think this is what sums it up for me.
Nice. Yeah, we just passed the 20-minute mark, so I think that's also like a good point to put the episode to an end. And I think like if people enjoy this type of content, we could definitely come back for a part 2. I'll select like 10 more things, nostalgic things, and we can have a veteran rate them for us. So yeah, that's about it, I think. Do you have any closing statements?
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I wish you guys lots of fun playing Maplestory.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah, I
sums.
personally quit the game, but a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
But I've had my time. I've had my fun.
yeah. You know what they say, like we only take long breaks, right? So who knows?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed it, or in general, what did you guys think of this like new type of content? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.